Great. Thank you all for tuning in to the Social Shell. We have an exciting announcement today. We are here with Chris, the Canadian Shucking Champion, who just won up at Tyne Valley, Prince Edward Island, Canada's Food Island. So Chris, thank you for joining us today.
No problem, Crystal.
Awesome. So, I mean, it was a pretty stiff competition up in Tyne Valley. We heard there was tons of heats. How did you prepare for the competition?
Just as I normally do, I shuck as many oysters as I can get my hands on, and I try to do them as best I can.
Okay. Now, do you do any like secret tips preparing the day of? Do you listen to music? What's your tips and tricks for right before the competition?
My best strategy, honestly, at this point is not to think about it. If you're opening
Ah,
oysters on a daily basis, don't get in your head about there being a crowd or a timer. Just you do it every day. Try to do that.
yeah. Oh, I love that. That's such a great tip. Now, what does winning this competition mean to you? As I'm sure how many years have you been shucking and what does it mean to you?
Well, I've been shucking oysters for just about 9 years now, and this is something I saw a bunch of my colleagues doing years ago, and it enticed me back then. And to me, this is a goal accomplished. I set this out about 7 years ago. I said I want to be the Canadian champion, whatever that ends up meaning, and yeah, so it's a pretty big deal for me personally.
Wow. Now, what did they say when you came back home to Toronto? You're at the Rodney's Oyster House. What did your colleagues have to say when you won?
Just a lot of congratulations, a lot of support, a lot of we believed in you, and kind words ultimately.
Oh, that is just so nice to have a whole community. I know everybody was cheering you on there. Now, the exciting part of winning the Canadian Championships is that now you're going to be going to Galway, Ireland to
Yeah.
compete for the world. That's incredible. So now are you doing any special preparation? What are you doing to prepare?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to actually bring in some of the oysters that will be shucking for that competition because they are using native European oysters, something that although I do get an opportunity to open, not as much as my other competitors out there. Aside from that, my normal try to keep out of my own head and open as many oysters as I can.
Oh my gosh. So we have to go visit you, I guess, in Toronto so you can shuck a bunch of oysters for us and test that out. So that's so exciting. We're going to be all cheering you on. We're proud that you're representing Canada at the Worlds in Ireland. That's going to be absolutely incredible. And now for everybody tuning in today, where can they find more information about you?
Well, not too much information about me online as I'm not really on social media, but if you want to come see me in person, I'm at Rodney's
Yes,
Oyster House in Toronto.
that would be
And you can go
amazing.
on their
Now,
website. They have
yes.
connections.
Amazing. I love it. That's how we tracked you down too. Now, what is your best oyster shucking tip that you can give for people who are tuning in? Maybe they're new to shucking. What is your best tip that you can leave us with today?
Yeah, for anybody who's fairly new to it, just take your time. It's not a power struggle. I know sometimes it looks like guys or girls are ripping open oysters, and that's not the case. We're really just taking our time and finding a weak point, and that's also how you just avoid injury and make the oyster look nice for everybody.
Wow, that's such a good tip. So we hope to follow up with you when you're back from Ireland to see how it goes. Thanks for representing Canada. Check out Chris. Go to the Rodney's Oyster House in Toronto. Thank you so much for joining us today. And friends, like, share, comment. Let's celebrate Chris's great accomplishments in the comments below. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you, Crystal. Take care, guys.